I'm Rosie.
Hi, I'm Dee.
Welcome to day 10 of Make Time for Your Mind. So today's session is a little bit different, okay? So we're going to look a little more at the science behind mindfulness. Now, we know a lot of people expect mindfulness to be just sitting cross-legged on the ground, humming Om over and over, and a lot of people expect you to be calm all the time. But as you've hopefully seen over the last week or so with us, there's a lot more to it. We've been talking about how we can train our brain to become more mindful by regularly practicing some of the techniques we've shown you. What we haven't really looked at yet, though, is why does it work? How does practicing these techniques help train your brain? Well, it quite literally changes the structure of your brain. There have been a lot of studies, but we won't go into all of that now. What we wanted to show you was this.
What is it? Yep, that's right. It's your brain. And now, did you know your brain has an upstairs brain and a downstairs brain? Your upstairs brain is where you make good decisions, even when you're feeling really upset. And your downstairs brain is where your really big feelings come from. It lets you care about other people and helps you feel love. It also lets you feel upset, mad, or frustrated. Right, let's take a look at the parts of our brain using our hands. Okay, we're going to do this together. So the palm of your hand represents the brain stem, and it's the first part of the nervous system and the first part of the brain which develops.
Okay, so the thumb, if we fold it down like this, it can be used to represent something called your limbic system. Okay, it's in your downstairs brain and it's where the amygdala lives. The amygdala is often known as the protector because it jumps into action without thinking whenever it feels threatened. This is great if we have, say, a hungry bear charging straight towards us, but not so great if someone accidentally steps on our foot and hurts us. Because when the amygdala is stressed, it stops information from getting to the prefrontal cortex, making it harder for us to make good choices. When this happens, it's known as flipping your lid. And we can show it by holding our hand like this. Okay, so when we flip our lids, it means that our downstairs brain, our amygdala, is in control.
So we're going to fold our fingers now over our thumb, and these fingers part represents a part called the cortex. And this is the outer or upstairs brain, and it's shaped by the experiences that you have. The front part of the brain is called the frontal cortex, and it allows you to think and reflect. The two middle fingernails here represent your prefrontal cortex, and this lives in the upstairs brain. It's the part of the brain which allows the cortex to reach the limbic system and the brainstem, and it's often known as the leader or the wise one of the parts of the brain. This is because it uses memory and information to help us calm and make wise choices. We can represent the upstairs brain and the prefrontal cortex are in control by holding our hand like this to show how the upstairs brain can gently hug the really big feelings. When all of our parts are working well together, you are more able to notice and reflect on your emotions. You're more aware of the world and your experiences, and you can communicate better.
So a great practice for helping to keep yourself from flipping your lid is to use what you've learned about noticing thoughts and feelings to stop them snowballing, which could lead to you flipping your lid. So try this. Next time you see yourself beginning to feel upset or angry, hold your hand in this position to try to remember to use your upstairs brain to gently hug your really big feelings. By talking about how you're feeling and what you need, you can help the different parts of your brain stay connected.
So your main takeaway for today is knowing your brain. By understanding that our reactions to our emotions are based on our physical reactions in our brain, we can actually use mindfulness to help train our brains and control our reactions. So over the next few days, we're going to start exploring our senses with a beginner's mind. We'll talk about all that in the next session. But for now, we're going to end with our mindfulness story, which is
Pot of Thoughts and Action. If you prepare yourself now by sitting comfortably with your back upright and rest your hands gently in your lap. You can also do this lying down if you wish to. Let's take 3 breaths together. In through your nose and out through your mouth. In and out. In and out. Now, gently close your eyes and let my voice guide you. Let your breath come back to its natural rhythm. Now imagine all your thoughts and actions in a pot on the stove. This is your pot of thoughts and actions. Open the lid and have a little look inside and see what thoughts and actions you notice. Spend a few moments opening the lid and stirring your pot of thoughts and actions and having a look at what thoughts are in your pot. What do you notice when you have a thought or an action? How does it make you feel? Keep opening the lid and stirring and noticing your pots of thoughts and actions and noticing how it is making you feel. You need to make sure you notice that the pot of thoughts and actions does not overboil, as it could flip the lid. You're careful and make sure that you breathe in and out as you gently open the lid, stir, and notice the thoughts and actions. Once you've noticed enough thoughts and actions, turn off the stove and focus on your breathing. Breathe in deeply and out slowly. Let your breath come back to its natural rhythm. Notice how you feel. Notice where you can feel your breath. Gently come back to your breathing, back to hearing any sound, back to the weight of your body, where you're sitting or lying down. Gently notice the points of contact again. Your arms resting in your lap or by your side. Your feet resting on the floor or grounded as you sit. Now, when you're ready, gently open your eyes and breathe in deeply and out slowly, and notice how you feel. Repeat after me. I can notice my thoughts and actions.
I can notice my thoughts and actions.
Now, look at the next screen and choose the face which you think is closest to how you feel now. Thank you for joining us today. Keep practicing, and we look forward to seeing you for day 11 of Make Time for Your Mind. Bye.
Bye.